Hi, and welcome back to McMorris Prosthetic Services. Today I wanted to talk about I believe in Mickey Magic, and technically I am Mickey Magic. When I was in high school, I had a baseball coach that I coached high school football forever after high school, and did the same where like I'm not the best with names at times, and so I ended up giving a lot of nicknames, and nicknames were easier for me to remember, especially when I had to coach like 40 kids, 50 kids. And so my high school baseball coach gave me the nickname Mickey because obviously my last name is McMorris, and really when I was in high school and before I lost my leg, like that is what everyone called me. Like most people didn't call me Alec unless they were like direct family, and so then my Instagram handle became at Mickey Magic 1, I think, and I've always been pretty embarrassed of that because it's pretty corny, but back then I thought it was funny or something. I don't really remember. But then I got into an accident and am in the hospital and on a ventilator, and my family and my aunt made black like silicone bracelets that said I believe in Mickey Magic. And I think that was I really like haven't talked to any of my family like in depth about that. Like it was just a cool thing. I don't know like if there were conversations that they had or whatever. Maybe Carrie just like went and did it, and that was awesome. Like I think it was those things are good for the support and like the family to like rally around. It's something that like brings them together, that they can kind of put their focus on, I guess, or like this is our mantra or whatever it is. I'm not really sure, but for me it's like it adapted and changed over the years, as everything does, as I do and am, as we all are, and like in the beginning it was just like, yeah, that's cool, that's like my fundraising thing, and that was awesome. And then as I like started speaking to schools, and elementary schools and junior highs especially, like I mostly spoke to high schools and like businesses a lot, but like when I would speak to elementary schools and junior highs and younger kids, it was like I was more just like telling them like an entertaining joke more than like something that they were really learning from. And so I would hold their attention, but I wanted to find something that was like they'd actually register with them and that they could get. And so as my life has gone on and everything else, I started thinking about Mickey Magic is corny, but I do believe in Mickey Magic, and like I do believe that like that is a special power that I have inside of me, that if I believe in that magic, there is not much that can stop me. And when I've gone through something like an aortic dissection that kills people in 10 minutes and I live for 6 hours, that's comforting to me to be like, yeah, that magic is real, because like I can get through anything if I like want to. I'm a pretty stubborn guy, and like that magic, I can do what I want to do. I just have to believe in it. But that's what I have realized, that like we all have that. That's not like unique to me by any means. That's just like something that I was fortunate to figure out through a traumatic accident. And like it's not like Mickey Magic is again a unique thing. Like we all have it. My brother Josh has Josh Magic. My brother Landon has Landon Magic. Like we all have that inside of us. But it is up to us to believe in that, to find it first off, and then believe in it and believe that it's true. And a lot of times it's hard. Like it's hard to feel like you're doing the right things and making the right decisions. And I mean, especially as a parent, but like, in any aspect of your life, it's hard to feel like you're like, where you should be. And I think that believing in yourself and believing in yourself in those moments especially is like, yeah, wow, this is, that's how you get through those things. And that doesn't mean that like things are easy. It means a lot of times that they're harder. Like I believe in myself, and this is the hardest thing I've ever done, but I believe I'm going to continue through this. And so like that's what I believe in Mickey Magic has kind of adapted to for me, which leads to MPS really, because I believe that Mickey Magic was what Mickey Magic became kind of, I don't know, I guess the brand that I was fundraising behind for a little bit, especially in the beginning. Like I raised money for my leg, my first couple legs, and then helped raise money for a couple other people, and was doing that through like selling t-shirts and things. And the t-shirt that I would use on the logo was the Bolt. And the reason why I like used the Bolt thumbs up was because during my accident I shattered my right thumb, and they pinned my thumb. I had 4 or 5 pins in my thumb, but it was pinned in a thumbs up. And so whenever somebody would come into my room or whatever it was and ask me like, hey man, how you doing? It was just like easy to be like thumbs up. And I wasn't always like, yeah, thumbs up, I'm doing amazing. Like it was, sometimes it was like, yeah, I'm alive. But it was, and so that's between that and like I believe in Mickey Magic, and like those two things, like, I think that first off, for me personally, like those are things that my personality, like they've kept me alive, and I am like proud to be able to be like in any situation I can be like this, even if it's maybe not a time that I should be going like this, but I could still just find the right way to put a smile on and stick a thumb in the air. And the way that I could do that is by believing in Mickey Magic, by believing in myself. And so that's kind of like where those elements have come from. And then when I started MPS, like technically I started, or I just like made the logo because a year ago I was like just being a technician, and I was going to do like my own CFAB. I was kind of doing like some extra work for local prosthetic companies around here, and so I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll get a little space and just do like some central fabrication as a side job and do some extra work, and needed a logo for that business, and I kind of enjoy just messing around doing that stuff. And so I made the logo, which really is like a copy of my brother's deck company logo, which is MDS. and so that's, I really just took that logo and then tweaked it in a couple ways. And when I originally did it, I had like a drawing or an icon of like just a microprocessor knee. And like, that was cool. And as I like started the channel and then started making videos and everything, like, I don't know, I just didn't love it that much, and realized one day as I was editing a video, like it has to be the Bolt. Like that to me that is not my favorite like logo either, but it means something to me for sure. And I think that to the community, like that's, our life is hard in general, no matter who you are. Like it's all relative. Her bottle it exactly when she wants it, and some of it is it's all relative. Like we all have hard things, and like being an amputee is definitely has its challenges, but that doesn't mean that anybody else doesn't have their challenges as well. And I think that like believing in yourself and trying to find the silver lining are positive outlooks for anybody to try to, work to have in their tool belt. And that's the way that like I really do look at them, is like I'm not that way. I'm not like just always like super positive, and I have really bad days, but like I try to like make sure that I go back to that tool as much as I can and use it, because it is a tool, and if I use it more, then I get better at using it, and it's a skill, and then it's easier the next time to, instead of getting upset at whatever it is or feeling down, like it's easier to find the silver lining. And so it all makes a difference, and so that's why I felt like it should be in the logo for this, and that's kind of the background on that stuff with me. That's the background on this tattoo and everything else. So that's it for this week. We'll see you next time.